Welcome to another exciting episode of Master Not, where the wonderful heroes, Wilda, the water being,
She's shy.
Spencer, the super cat,
It is me. Wait, am I super?
Jace, the technomancer,
No, you don't need to pull the power switch for this one. It's just updating, sir.
Transient, the meta manipulator,
This door is closed for construction.
and Dahlia, the living dead girl.
Why does a door need updates? Also, I could totally just chew through it if I really wanted to. I'm just choosing not to.
Is it updating to Windows?
Oh,
Hey.
yes, I was about to start to hit a brick wall with that one. It's like
Alright.
walking straight into that stone pillar again. Ah. Painful memories. Last time on Master Knot, we catch back up with Jace going from lunch to his next class, which he still has yet to roll for, with Wilda, who was having a freak out and ducking out of her previous class until she was able to catch Edward's attention in the middle of his. The duo are now stuck in the bathroom in the hallway, while Dahlia is learning about her class of choice, yearbook/newspaper. Excitingly, Spencer was outside learning how to dance to prepare for cheerleading class. How will the end of the day play out? And what happened to the fiery being? Find out today. So, Jace, as I requested, I need you to do me a favor and let me know what your elective was. Oh, wait, first I need you to, tell me your elective and then roll for your fourth class, the class before your elective.
All right, that would just be a 1d20.
Yep, and while you're doing that, let me send you some information of what you are picking up and what you noticed in that time. Copy that. Paste. I at least got that written down. We go over towards the hero roll, and he rolls a 1. Go ahead and give me another roll,
Oh no.
as you already had reading.
Okay, let me type this out, and then I will do that. Four.
Damn it, roll it again. You already had mathematics early this morning. Okay, cool. So you joined Dahlia in free period. So after witnessing all that you experienced in the emptiness of the cafeteria and seeing that little tidbit, you managed to hear the bell pulling you away before you decide to explore what was happening behind in the kitchen, and you go over towards the library, which was shown to be your free period. There, you witness Dahlia doing some shady stuff after talking to the librarian, I believe, who was Miss Ludwig. She says she was going to be going to go put some more books away. Afterwards, you lost track of Dahlia. It is free period. You do have that information on amongst you, and you're still picking up more tidbits from that one hacked phone. Although once more, it's still all mundane right now, mostly asking for cheat notes in their current class. What do you want to do at the moment?
Hmm. I think honestly, what Jace will try and do in the moment is he will try and get out a notebook or something, and in that same weird code he was writing the text in earlier, just on his notebook, start writing out the details of the information he's hearing so that he has a cross reference point.
All right. So as you're writing, making your notes, you do hear a couple of kids come in, start bothering about looking for specific books. You're sitting at a desk, but you're the only one that seems to be available. One of them does come up and best to you. Excuse me, mister, do you happen to know where I can find a book about bees?
I would assume I would have to roll for that to see if Jace's knowledge extends to know that from his being in all the systems.
Yes, give me a technology check
Alright.
as you're actively using the computer system to your advantage to point out where it is via Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah, and remember, his eyes are closed.
I think that's my first natural 20 on a technology roll.
It almost feels like you can see it with your eyes closed, as the book is indicated to be in aisle F, section 8, right next to you, close by the lower floor, like the lower shelves. Describe that how you will to the youngling.
The book is on row 3, towards the bottom. I believe you said, fuck, my brain's sorting out. Do you say aisle F8?
Aisle F, section 8. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you, mister. How'd you do that without you? You must really know this place quite well. Quite well. Doing that with your eyes closed. You're not napping, are you?
No, I'm not.
If you weren't for the fact you were trying to not pay attention, you could feel someone trying to catch your attention, as there is sensations of air fluctuating around you, like someone is either trying to catch your attention or waving at haphazardly.
He's just going to ask, could you please stop doing that?
Whoa, you can see with your eyes closed. Dude, are you like Brock from Pokemon?
He just audibly sighs and goes back to what he was doing.
I have the strongest urge to make a joke.
So as you attempt to ignore them, I do need a presence check from you to
Okay.
to really like give off the vibe of you're not that inviting. Jace, you are like the most cuddliest person in a wheelchair that this person has ever met. You're now absolute friends with Maybelline Ketchup. Yep, that's the name.
Ketchup?
I figured the lower the presence, the more unapproachable he'd be.
No, we're using. He was attempting to use presence to give off a vibe of stay, back off, leave me alone. But because he rolled low, instead he gave off a very inviting vibe.
So more like I'm sad and lonely, and I just need someone to warm up my cold, cold heart.
Exactly. Something that a lot of school teen are suckers for at that time period. I know
It's
I
the
was one.
Dracula.
Anyways, I guess that's how Jace got swarmed by kids. Surrounded in the library.
Is that how the fifth graders got in?
Elevator school.
We'll refine the name a bit better later, but that's roughly how it sounds and names under bullies. So, Jace, you now found yourself with a sophomore friend who is hanging on to you, going on about her personal love affair of the show Pokemon, attempting to show you through your closed eyes the different types of Pokemon cards she has smuggled into the school. A school which
I
you've seen.
imagine that as she's talking about the cards, Jace is just consulting the internet so he doesn't have to open his eyes to look at what they are.
Let's see, 95. Pokemon started in 98. The trading card game started 98
No.
as well.
Must not break. Must focus. So,
Break
Jace,
'em, Kage.
as your ooh,
I feel
dirty
old right
rascal.
now.
One second. Just please give me 1 second. As you attempt to verify each picture with the card name she gave you, Bulbasaur, Pikachu, Charizard, you are seeing like a myriad of different art styles for each one. I need you to give me a technology roll one more time. Son of a bitch!
18 on the die, 35 total.
You just meant it. You looked up and you remembered. Oh, hey,
Dave's not in front of him.
save
Jace
searches
can
off.
recite the entire Pokemon rap from Generation 3.
God damn it.
Oh. As you go through, you are able to pull up the entire history of Pokemon through a sub Wikipedia being made by diehard fans, able to keep it as clean cut as possible, straight to the facts. Been able to avoid wary websites that look like they would have been virus filled, but thankfully, you're not just a computer; you're a living computer. Why do I feel like I need to claim spoilers?
What's that, what is it? How do I put that? I'm trying to remember what that stupid joke is.
Which one?
I forget what the setup is, but basically it's like, normally something is blank, but here it is the opposite, basically. Because my brain's like...
In Soviet Russia.
Oh, okay, thank you.
The immediate meme of,
In
I
Soviet
love these donuts.
Russia-
Jelly filled are my favorite.
Yes, while he holds up the onigiri.
In Soviet Russia, computers infected the viruses.
Viruses don't infect you. You infect viruses.
Those of us who are older remember it used to be in Czechoslovakia too. The Czechs were a thing. Still are a thing, right? I think they've been completely erased. I think they're actually their own stable community, country. Yeah, but we're getting sidetracked. Anyway, so you are trying to keep pace with this person who is distracted. Dahlia, you managed to come back after finding some uncooked bacon that seemed to have been planned on being heated up. As that seemed to be,
She had a secret hot plate that she was going to use too.
yes, she definitely does seem like the type of person to just hot plate at her own apartment, workplace.
Dahlia's gonna scarf that down. And as I said, Dahlia's gonna scarf that down and hide. Go back and pretend she's been in the library all along.
So, as you emerge out, you do see one kid looking through the shelves. You do see Mrs. Ludwig over on the other end, close by aisle J. This library goes from A to W, we'll say, for aisles alone. That's not to say that they are limited from no titles or books that start with Y or Z. That's just the amount of shelving they have. Along with that, you do see Jace making friends as the local Pokemon nerd and sophomore Maybelline Ketchup is clinging on to him, going through a series of what can only be 3 decks that she has built for the sake of the game.
Dahlia whips out her phone and texts him, "You're making friends. I'd give you a thumbs up if you could see it." But like in the abbreviated text speak, if only there was way to show thumb up. And she's going to wait
I
for
very
Jace
much
to-
imagine that the message she gets in response is, I just want to read. I do not have the ability to make other people leave me alone.
Is that what you replied back to Dahlia specifically?
No, I feel like it would be something along the lines of just, what would it be?
please extract in trouble.
No, I'm trying to think. I don't remember the term for it, but it's the upper dot, lower dot, and then the opening parentheses.
Like colon?
Maybe?
Semicolon is upper dot and comma.
Might be colon then, I don't know.
And she's you mean a frowny face. Dahlia takes a minute to figure that out, and then she says, and then she decides to just wander in because her presence is naturally off-putting, like even without effort, because she's like a decaying corpse-looking thing, and she just like moseys into the crowd and just sits next to you defiantly.
Like the crowd of like 3 or 4 other students back off it as they try to sit close by in the general center of the library to enjoy themselves, only for you to like interrupt their attempt to sit there as you walk closer to sit by Jace and his newfound companion.
And does Dahlia's presence scare her off?
I need to make a roll for that one.
It's a very important test. The power of being naturally repulsive versus the power of being unable to repulse.
Let's see if she's that into Pokemon. Would it be a 1 or a 2? I will say 1, lower end. She's still a person. Her powers have not awakened. She's still in sophomore. And then this one's is Growlithe, one of my personal favorites. Honestly, I love how flaming dogs can be, especially when holy crap! I can't remember. I gotta go find a book. Excuse me, gotta go.
Dahlia sits in silence for a moment and says, "Coast is clear."
James is going to look back to the stuff he was working on before, give it about 2-3 seconds, and then just thumbs up.
And Dahlia nods to herself, satisfied, and pulls out her homework from the German that she did so badly in. She's like, "Gonna get it for this time, for real," she thinks to herself as she tries to study.
As you guys have your short chatter amongst yourself, you do hear quiet! This is a library! Coming from Miss Ludwig as she points over towards Maybelline, who picks up her book and hurries over towards the counter and stays as far away from you, waiting to check out her book, along with the other growing line of scared children. While you two catch up and enjoy doing some studying in your period, we'll jump back over towards Edward and Wilda. You both are currently hiding out in the bathroom. I want to say you have closed off the main bathroom door last we checked. You just alchemized the door hinges sealed along with the rest of the door seams, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's currently a growing amount of pounding coming from the other side of the door as at least 2 to 3 bodies are currently going, "Dude, hey, let us in! Come on, you can't lock us out now!" Well, how is your current strength being, holding up after your short conversation and being pulled into here
Oh,
by...
you mean my mental health? Let's roll.
Yes, please.
It's okay. Not enough to form back, but it's okay.
So you do feel stable as a water droplet on a flat plane of earth or existence or concrete, however you mind. But when you try to take form, you just something just keeps you from wanting to go back to normal society. You feel okay with this right now. Sort of terrifying that you think like that, but hey, that's how
Yeah.
you're thinking. Granted, you do watch as your friend makes some motion, but is still watery. How do you approach this?
Hmm. You know what? It's a good day to skip.
You shouldn't skip.
Well, we're clear into 6th period at this point. We only have like an hour and a half left.
Yeah.
And it's syllabus day.
I guess.
You guess?
Do we want to leave the bathroom so that way they can use it?
Dude, please! We can't make it to the other bathroom in time! Dude, Johnny's whooping it out!
I was thinking we go through the wall.
Okay. Well, I can go through the pipes and meet you somewhere.
Those idiots should have already gone to the other one.
True. True.
Despite how normal people would have gone for another one, these kids are relentless pounding on the door. Up until they start making shouts and screams at seeing something obscene and too terrible to talk about in public. Where exactly are you making that wall travel? Transient?
Why would I be making it into this school?
Oh, yeah, I take it you're heading outside? Again?
Well, this bathroom has a window, does it not?
Lucky for you, it does. Yes, this bathroom does in fact have a window leading to one of the many outside alleys that this school does have.
No. Creating a door there.
All right, go ahead and give me one of your alchemy checks, please. The short and restrictive glass window now becomes one of those beautiful revolving doors. Glass panes, easy to push. Comes with a little, like, almost automatic air conditioning swoosh, too. Nice touch, nice touch. Bravo. But as you step outside, going through the doors, you and Puddles do happen to see a couple of animals running around. Dogs and cats. Can I get a perception check from both of you on those?
Okay.
It's
That's
easy enough to
the store.
it's easy enough to see the cats and dogs just wandering around the back alleys. But I do need perceptions for this next one.
I'm worried because we are skipping school.
That's in character to be worried, so good job.
You recognize that all the cats and dogs are wearing like unique little like backpacks, and this is probably the most cutest thing you've ever seen. There's at least 12, 13 of them, a full dozen with these multicolored backpacks on their back. And we're not just talking like, we're not just talking your average uh, terrier mix and tabby cat. There's like a mixture of different cats and dogs, pups and kittens, fully grown dogs and fully grown cats, all amongst this dozen, just scattered here, all with little backpacks on them. They seem to have noticed you and start gathering amongst themselves, getting in order, like they're trained to be around people. How do you two respond?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Me too.
Wait, why are there so many animals on campus? And why has the staff not called animal control at this point with this many on here?
Maybe they haven't noticed them?
A couple of them do seem to go up to you and give you that adorable animal look, that like sort of pining, like either wanting scritches or attention. What? What is that? What? That's an enemy. That's oh. Go on, please.
I guess I'll pet one of the dogs.
Give me a will save.
My... Yeah, no.
Another 13.
All right, that is just enough. You start giving it scritches. What's the big fluffy white cat normally called? That type of cat, that breed?
Does it have a smushed face?
Yes.
Persian.
Perfect.
So you manage to find yourself petting a Persian, and it almost seems like one of the softest cats that you've ever pet. But you've pet Spencer before too, after a bath, and after using proper shampoo and conditioner. So amongst the petting with your watery hands, something tells you to stop petting, and you listen to it. So you stop petting, and the cat does seem to continue pining at you, but you're able to hold yourself. Transient, what about you?
That was weird.
Let me look at something. I'm gonna have to go back into cul-de-sac lounge. Question: How long has it? How many days has it been since the super belt incident?
For you guys, at least 2 weeks. No, a week. It's only been a week. Because it started on you tested it on the weekend right before, no, the weekend after escaping and getting Des away from the Men in Black. That was the weekend of. So it's been a week since.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do this real fast. Yeah, it's been a few days.
What you doing there, Transient?
I'm trying to decide whether or not to eat.
Oh, Lord. There's just pups and kittens, my dude.
Really? Because these seem highly intelligent.
How you telling? Yes, but they're still cats and dogs, pups and kittens. They're just minding their business in the back of the school alley. What's the matter? Why are you gonna be like this and eat their souls?
I mean, if we want to be real, the Catholic Church doesn't think that they have souls.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Excuse me, but
I would like to point out that I'm half German and half Japanese.
Yeah.
I'm looking at two very delicious delicacies right now.
Oh gosh.
Good night, everybody.
how dare you?
Let's see if I can give off a presence roll.
Plus 150 renegade points.
So no. Oh, this is going to be at a negative. So this will be whether or not I am terrifying to them or if they notice something. And this is at a -2 for my standard presence. I will let the mayor interpret that as he pleases.
So this is your presence?
Yeah, this is whether or not they are deciding to be terrified of me or not.
Whether or not they sense he's a predator.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll 2 dice.
So this is up to you how this gets interpreted.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
I have no comment to make other than, how dare you do this to my people?
Really? You're people who seem to be able to mind control people?
I can't speak for all of them.
No.
So you're doing that as a general presence to be gauged, right?
I'm rolling that presence as for you to interpret it, how it goes, because I'm not trying to be terrifying, but I'm also not exactly hiding predatory intentions either. So it's up to you how that gets interpreted by them.
You want to make an insight check.
So the first animal sense with their insight are the dogs, and after a bit of sniffing, they seem to take a liking to you. You smell like a normal boy, like a bunch of, like one of the other kids that they wander around and sniff out and get pet by and somewhat fed by here at this school on the occasion today. The cats are a bit wary. Start wandering around you a bit, taking a couple of steps around you, circle you, but deem you less of a threat amongst them. And a couple of them attempt to claim you by petting you, rubbing themselves against you.
Oh no. Mayor, how could you?
How
Well-
could the dice?
Well, he wanted me to interpret it. So I'll interpret that as 17 was a legitimate gauge of outward appearance versus inward appearance. If they can get past that 17, they can see there is something hiding beneath that pale, relaxed physique of a knowledgeable young blonde man. But neither of animal sets were able to see past that, adorable kid facade. The dogs saw happy-go-lucky boy who were willing to pet, and they went up to get
God
pet.
damn it, Chase.
The cats saw another one of the lesser beings who will treat them like a god, and so a couple are already attempted to make play. Perfectly pointed out, Jace. Perfectly pointed out. Oh. Like, what a beautiful gift, too.
I'm sure it just looks like the surface of the sun for one particular emotion for Spencer.
If you weren't doing cheerleading at the moment, which we'll get over to you here shortly, before we get back over to Jace and Dahlia, so they can go through their second class. Mostly Jace over Dahlia. No offense, Dahlia, but we still have the catch Jace up.
My eyes.
Sorry, our memes chat is going viral right now.
Oh no. Oh no. So, I take it you're going to pet the cats.
Oh no, I'm
And
gonna pet the
dogs.
dogs. The two dogs that are right next to me first.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Let's see. This is the one I need. Yes, I would like them to make a DC 16 fortitude save.
All right, fortitude for one hound.
Oh.
Just add 2 to that one, and that's a 10. So 21 and a 10. Double checking your.
The 21 seems to be fine. The 10 over there is exhausted and just kind of collapses to the ground.
Let's see, I don't-
Let's see here. Let me look at mine. I think I actually have a complication for this.
yes, the sensation of the soul that you absorbed.
Well, I have that, but I also have the disadvantage of the power when it fails.
Oh my. And the application.
Yeah, the side effect, it actually makes me hungrier when I fail. And I failed on one of them and I succeeded on the other.
So you're just where you were.
Uh-huh, which means I'm still hungry.
Well, thankfully the cats are also there trying to gain dominance over you. Both of them trying their hardest to catch your attention so they can claim that they're the ones who will be seen as God amongst you, as all cats claim to do amongst themselves. Which cat do you feel like petting? The fluffy one or the short fur one?
I really wish.
Let's continue petting the one dog and start petting the short hair.
Oh no. I
So
said,
so I need the dog that isn't tired to try again, and I need the cat to also make one as well.
All right. The dog first is a 7. Oh, poor pup. Wasn't ready for that sensation. Hands the cat.
I sense a disturbance in the force.
Spencer's gonna like come get you later.
We'll see.
That's
That's a
an
Oh.
20.
Oh no!
That's another balance out.
So the two pups that are by you, one was a mastiff hound, so a larger dog, and the other one was we'll say a Scottish terrier. Were the first dogs that came up to you that you started petting. The mastiff laid down and fell asleep, quote unquote, while the Scottish terrier kept pushing himself into your hand for more pets. Before that one passed out and fell asleep. Now you are scratching the. You said the long hair.
It was the
The
short hair.
Oh, was it short hair first?
Yep.
So you're petting the short hair, and the short hair is still wanting more of your attention.
And I'll start stroking long hair as well. I need them both to make saves.
What's your expression right now?
Hmm. I don't know. Hey, Mayor,
Yes.
I do believe I need to be making a couple of will saves, don't I?
Yes. Yes, you do. At least 2 of them for now.
For the feedings. So I've only succeeded twice.
And they're both dog personalities.
Yep. Whoops. Just take those first 2. So that's a 20 and an 18.
All right. So I believe we had agreed upon DC for that.
Let's see here.
Yep, we do. And looks like they both beat it with your +5 to each one. You're a 20 and an 18. So as much as you do want to feel excited, you do want to feel, giddy, hit the field run and chase the nearest ball, tackle the nearest person, get the mailman, and show this world who's boss by pissing all over the fire hydrant. You have to remind yourself you're a human. That's not the right way to do. As you're now petting the cats.
Question: were both those dogs male?
Yes, for this time being, yes.
All right. Give me 2 more rolls for the cats. As for his general expression, let's see. I do believe I. Let's see here. Oof.
Wow, it's always the second round that the tough ones seem to drop. As simultaneously, both the long hair and short hair cat, seeming vying for dominance over you, just seemingly lie down face first and just putter out.
You know, I'm gonna leave my entertainment for that. I'm taking the second of the third and the fourth rolls of that 5d20 I just rolled.
Oh, goodness.
So, for the first instance, there is a sudden wave of superiority. As though everything that walks around on this earth was meant to be pounced by you and controlled by you. And if so deemed, you are the judge, jury, and executioner of this world. And by your paws alone will they fall. You also had a strong preference for anything of the finer flavor. You preferred your salmon cooked first. You preferred outdoor sleeping rather than inside, and you shit where you please, not inside a litter box. Although the other side of you, the second side, the ball match and said superiority said lethality and said juxtaposition of the world, actually adores its inside life, adores its litter box, and prefers to use it. Cannot seem to understand why anything would want to poop outside, much less touch outside grass. But a job is a job, and you follow your master's orders.
I am so upset.
As I look at him as he's like turning catty.
Wilda, I will need a perception check from you while this is happening,
Okay.
and afterwards we will jump over towards the other cat person of our group.
25.
You notice things about him.
Okay. So with that boosted insights, they recognize that there is something more foul going afoot. Puddles, as you're eyeballing them, the general group, you happen to see a strange piece of paper, blue in essence, rolled up on the ground and being held between the calico cat and the Dachshund hound.
Dotson.
They both, yeah, Dotson. Thank you. They both seem to notice that you notice them, make a quick bark and mew, and now all the little critters, the cats and dogs with their backpacks on, are grabbing the knocked out ones and making their rush out of there. As that's happening, you both do happen to start hearing something. But before I explain what that something is, we jump back over to where Spencer, you are just getting done after a hype session of dancing. You're doing some more you're being told to do more stretches. You're able to make a couple of friends with some of the younger classmates. In this particular class, one of them happens to be the recently scared off Maybelline Ketchup.
Cool. How is she acting right now after being scared off?
She's a little jittery, but more calmer. And after seeing how you were dancing and trying to keep pace, is more open to trying to make new friends, including you, who looks almost curiously like a possible Pokemon themselves.
Yeah, I guess I do.
So, tell me, when did you decide to start wearing costumes like that? Seems really cool, especially if you started doing it last year. I think that's when Pokemon came out, right? No, or was it the year before?
I'm just going to gently pull it. I'm just going to gently poke my cheek and go, ever since I was little. I guess I've been wearing them for a long time. You could say forever if you want to.
Are you saying your parents were like encouraging you to cosplay or encouraging you to costume play? Has to be careful. Cosplay came out a little bit later.
I can answer this so many different ways, but I think I'll go with this. They didn't encourage me to wear this. Actually, most of the time, if my fur got too thick, they just throw me in a bath and shave me, and he just continues telling them a story about how bathing works with cats, but just basically keeps on going and then they'd bathe me, and then they'd shave me, and then they'd start taking away the fur from my paws, and then they'd start taking things out of my claws and trim my nails, and that's basically how it worked.
Trim your nails?
Yeah, for when they get too long, as I pull out my hand and like claws just and then they go back down in.
Even with the changing of that from a -2 to a +3, it is still too low to recognize, to see through your disguise. And so she goes, "Oh, wow, so your parents must be makeup artists, right? Because that is some amazing that has some amazing nail work. I've only seen stuff like that over in some of the nail salons nearby my home.
What are nail salons?
These are these great places, they where people go and get their nails done, both hand and feet, from what I've seen. I think I've only been there once, but they yelled at me. I couldn't sit still. They wanted me to not talk, to not jump around. It's like, but everything tickled so much. She goes on about this for about 10 more minutes
Spencer just
before
stands there like a rock and just nods and smiles.
the teacher goes, all right, class, I need you guys to get back here. Now we're gonna do a little bit of calisthenics. We're gonna do a quick lap around the football field, and then we're gonna start doing some practice poses. All right, come on, once around. Spencer,
So,
I know how fast you are, so before you go and jutting around with your quick lap, give me a perception check on said quick lap.
sure, I'll make the perception check. I can't guarantee you I'll be able to see all of it, but let's see here. Perception, it's going to be a +3. That is 13, DM.
That is just enough. So as you're doing your quick lap around the football field, you do look over and see that the PE class that is going on during that is doing some like touch football, like flag football, in order to get some of the kids who have been sitting around for far too long in this school day to get their blood pumping. One of them happens to be Tyrone, and he seems to be having the time of his life, running around, playing with the other kids, happily getting tackled by a dog.
Dog.
Spencer, what would you say you were at in your lap, your speedy lap on this?
Do you mean speed or do you mean where I am in the lap when this happens?
I want to say where you're at in the lap when this happens, because I know how fast you can be. About 3 seconds, about 2 seconds in, you're already a quarter. You're already, a third of the mile, a third of the track done. By 4 seconds, you're already on the opposite side, coming on home. By 6 seconds, you're back where you started, standing as though you haven't even moved.
I mean, kind of. However, when it comes to now, how long does it take for this to happen? I guess I'll go ahead and say I'll probably be mid-run at this point because, Wilda's been telling me. I'm sure she's told me, "Down, please don't destroy the track when you're like working out on it or doing sports on it because I really don't want people to be like, okay, Wilda, I won't destroy it."
I say that because for an average person who, walks their normal speed, it can be anywhere between a minute and a half to 3 minutes going around a football field of standard size. Though I
Well,
swear they've been secretly shrinking it on us.
If I can control my speed, I'll say I'll be going a nice, neat 30 miles an hour.
All right, so
You
we'll
say
say,
boldness.
all right, get on, get. Wow, that mascot sure can run.
And right about the time that I see him get tackled by a literal dog, I'd say I'm halfway through. I'm halfway through the track at this point.
So as you're on the as you're halfway through the track on the opposite side of the football field, you do notice once more Tyrone having fun before a dog comes up and starts pouncing on him, catches him a little off guard, but he's in such a mood to play that he just starts petting the dog. Everything seems to be going all right up until about you get around to a third of the track. And while everyone else has their backs turned while you're watching, you're the only one keeping an eye on it with your cat-like reflexes. You see Tyrone be jacked up into the air as a random helipack pops up from this dog's backpack and is pulled up into the air and taken away.
How
But-
fast is this dog flying?
As fast enough that when you get back to your original spot in the lap and turn back to see where he went, You barely catch him going over the school's, going out of sight past the school ceiling, the school roof.
I have a flavor text for this that you will love. So, as I see him getting lifted up, because I'm still running, what kind of let me ask you this: what outdoors equipment are there in front of me as I'm running? Because I know every track has, a sand pit, long jump, shot put area, so on.
You mean you're on the football field with the track area? You do see all that. You also happen to see a short set of stands that that look like they're attached to some body bags that look like people can be sitting in them, and a person can push it. If three people get together, push the dummies, and push real hard, they can move that entire stands, no matter how many people are on there.
Okay. So it looks more along the line. So that's one of the things that, football team uses. So as I see him doing this, could I go ahead and grab, you know what? I've got an idea. Can I make an athletics check to, let's see here. Take one of the giant poles that might be lying around and pole vault over the top of the building. What was that?
You're roboting hard, dude.
Still going.
Robot. Tomo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Get one sec.
I really love how the cat fever is starting to spread transient too. It's infectious.
I just need Mayor to clarify how long this is going to last, given that it was a 2 and a 1.
Oh no.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
All right, we can hear you.
Okay. Curious. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
How bad was I roboting earlier?
Pretty bad.
Yeah, because I started slowing down and glitching over here, and I don't understand why. But it's okay. It's cool. It's fine. Still alive. So, what was the last thing I said?
I said, can I pole vault? And then it just went from there.
All right. I was asking for you to also make it will save, because the second you touch the pole vault that's laying amongst the grass, you hear both your teacher and the PE teacher that's directing the football, the touch football game, both tell you, put that down, in a very authoritative manner. You're still in school, young man.
I understand I'm still in school, but
Wait, they're saying that to a cat.
put it down, and it just do the exact opposite. You want me to put it down? I'll put it down, all right, as I pole vault myself across the field and over the top of the school. All right. Athletics check, you said?
No, will save.
Oh, will save? All right. That would be bad. Actually, it's a 19.
All right, that beats it by 4. Pole vault away, you crazy cat.
If I hit the side of the building, I'm going to be even more happy.
Mayor, how long is this dual trance going to take? Or is this dual trance going to run?
It will run you till, I want to say either the beginning or it will be until mid period of the 8th period, your last period.
So about 45 minutes.
About so, yes.
That's what I get for rolling a 2 and a 1.
So, Spencer, in your haste to keep pace with the dog going over, you grab the pole vault. You hear the shots from both of them, and in your slight panic, pull down the pole vault at a perfect 90-degree angle before reminding yourself, "Oh right, I'm going somewhere," and let yourself get launched in in like a bullet fashion in fall into the trajectory of the helicopter dog that you just saw pass through with Tyrone.
I just fly over the top of the building and they go, hey, I mean, he has good form.
That kid's gonna be on our track team. Dude, he's our mascot.
There you go. So once I'm over the top of the building, do we move to someone else or do I have to wait to see what I find?
We'll move to somebody else for now while you're flying over, but I will send you a short tidbit.
No problem. I just figured we should keep the ball rolling while we can.
All right, Jace. Going back to Jace and Dahlia, beginning of the next period does go off. You both go to your separate class. Dahlia, you make it to your yearbook class. You already passed your checks there. Jace, you come into the computer class, and it's just row to row of the basic regular school model monitors at the time, with the modems like right next to it. Those tall towers.
Are these the ones that are like sort of the thick back monitors and then just black cube, or is it like the cubist style white computers?
Cubist style white computers, all still using floppy disk capabilities, but they've just recently upgraded to allow CDs to be used.
Man, if Jace had opened his eyes, you would see so many sparkles in them, and most of them probably wouldn't be from the insignia carved on his eyes.
So as you go rolling around, you do happen to, see your name, on like a short on-screen tidbit, sort of like someone had like a place name title there, just instead of like a nameplate. If that makes any sense. Your name is on the screen of the computer, whereas most other people would normally put a name like on a piece of paper or on a sign. There, that's said a little bit better.
All right. I guess I have a seat at the computer. Or I guess I push the chair out of the way as I approach with the Rockin' Prime wheelchair.
So you stand there and you see like 2, 3 other people come into the classroom. That seems to be about it. That's your 3 other students to work alongside in this classroom. Big classroom, not enough people with interest in computer labs this year, at least on your school year.
I guess Jace doesn't open his eyes, but he makes a note of how many sets of footsteps he hears.
Amongst those, about 5 minutes after those 3 come in, you do hear one heavier set of footsteps comes in. A bit of weird leather stretching, and then the door closing. All right, class. Welcome to computer labs. Today we're going to be learning, I want to say it was Flash animation at the time. We're going to be learning how to work on Flash today. This will also be your introductory to the school. As first we'll be learning Flash, and then we'll be learning code.
I mean, we got to learn how to turn on a computer first.
This guy here.
Jace is just happily listening to everything as the class goes on because this is his bread and butter and he's here to enjoy it.
I have the horrifying vision that if someone just turns off a random computer that Jace is using, he just falls asleep.
All right, my name is Mr. Frasinoff. Not to be confused with Steffenhoff. Man, I hate that guy. But I am here to teach you about computers. As I said, we'll be starting with Flash, but let's go around the classroom and introduce ourselves. How about you? As you sense and gesture, thankfully, away from you. So the first kid stands up. He sounds like average type person. Hello, my name is Tom Deason. Nice to meet you all. Sounds kind of upbeat, a little young, almost freshman. Second person goes, sup y'all? Name's Ethan. Ethan Caller. And been here for a couple of years already. Held back once, don't like it. Try not to get held back anymore. Let's go Panthers. From there you hear a female voice. Hi. My name's oh, trying to remember the name.
As he gets a pun name generator.
Actually,
Please.
I'm trying to recall one of the past characters you all messed with. Damn, I may have to go back an extra round. Hi, my name's Ebony. Ebony Ivory. It's nice to meet you all. Been here for a couple of years, but finally got a chance to get into this class. I hope that's okay. Okay. I just look up in the cul-de-sac lounge and oh no, there's a Cat 5 brewing.
No, just a water being holding a cat boy. And it's not Spencer.
I'm so happy that Jace is in his happy place right now and he's not going to be exposed to whatever the chaos happens outside.
Yeah, Jace is just gonna be oblivious on the computer, plugged in. While right
I-
now, Transient and Spencer are probably needing to sniff each other underneath a door for a few days before the door can be opened and they can maybe interact peacefully.
I just enjoy that there's a strong possibility Jace could get out of this class and be like, all right, it's the end of the day. We've got all the information we need to go into the next battle. I guess I'll tell the guys what I've learned as I've been passively listening in throughout the day. And he comes outside and it's just a bunch of sand and holes in the parking lot, and he doesn't know why.
All right. So, and you there in the chair. Are you paying attention?
Yes, sir.
Your name?
Jace Jules, sir.
Hi, Jules, as everyone says. Finally catching your attention, or at least attempting to catch your attention. Ah, great. All right, now that we all met each other, I'm going to hand you a sheet. This will give you a breakdown of how a computer is basically set up. You're gonna learn the basics, and then we'll start clicking around on buttons and learning how to animate on Flash. This will get us through the rest of the day, and tomorrow we'll start learning the harder stuff between what makes a computer and what makes a Flash move. Now, can anyone tell? Oh, oh, who brought a cat into the school? Oh, I'm allergic to cats. Anyway, can anyone tell me what connects a monitor and a computer tower? Days, if you want to try to get the edge in over everybody else, please make a dexterity check.
Sure. Let me remember what the fuck my dexterity is real quick. Documents.
And Edward is silly Edward, and I love it.
Oh, hey, this is one of the things I'm decent at. Yay.
Was the 15 the flexibility roll, or are you still rolling it? Transient.
The 15 was my acrobatics check for flexibility. Well, in Wilda's arms. It's why I flopped bonelessly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. 16. Let's see how that fares with everybody else. Everyone else only getting a +1 to their dex. I forgot to add something. We're just gonna delete that.
Forgot the R.
Mistakes were made.
A 19, 11, and a natural 1.
Going in order, from slowest to fastest. Ebony looks like she's a bit confused about what they meant by connecting, as she looks and doesn't see the doesn't see the main cable wire that connects the monitor to the tower. The monitor cable. Ethan Caller looks like he's getting ready to raise his hand, but he's a little like unsure how to call it, as he normally just calls it the cable. You raise your hand swiftly, but not as eye-catching as Tom, who does the little waving hand at the end of his, making Mr. Frostinoff look over towards him more. Jason, what's it called? That would be the monitor cable. Someone correct me where I'm wrong, please. Never mind, we are talking about old school, like early Windows for monitors. But we're still monitor cables are clear. Monitor cables. Right. That's good. Now, what is the thing that allows you to move the cursor? Once more, that is another speed test for your hands. Jace?
Another dexterity.
Yep.
Natural 1. 7 and a 4 on the dice.
You're able to shout out above everyone else. It's a mouse. And as a VGA cable. All right. Thank you. So earlier correction, a VGA cable. Either way, decent got it right. But this side, you're able to beat everyone else and manage to say it's a mouse. To which Frasinoff goes, "Where? I gotcha. I'm joking. That's correct." Now then, last question. What parts what do we call the little pictures on the screen that we click on? Last show of hands.
Sorry if I'm not very responsive. I'm mentally exhausted, and also I do not remember how old ass computers worked from back then.
I do. I had to work with them for my project.
I think the first computer I ever worked with was at least from 2008.
Well, thankfully, all I'm asking are like the bare basics, say for that cable thing.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where it's like, my character is way better at this shit than I am. Jace would know what this is. I have no fucking clue off the top of my head.
An
And being
icon.
Can I just roll technology for Jace to get the answer? Because I really cannot get it off the top of my head. I just feel like crap.
I mean, I was gonna have you just roll one more dexterity check to see if your hand goes up, and if you beat them, I will give you the answer. So no stress.
Okay. Nope,
Another
that's
hit.
10.
So we'll play this as you're so used to just opening files via coding programming in the back of your mind that you've completely forgot that everyone else uses those little pixelated uh, symbols that pop up every so often, and you don't recall what they were dubbed until Ethan Collar goes, "It's called an icon, which is what I'm gonna be after I'm done with this." Yeah. There is that. This very same sense of awkwardness is lingering in that same room.
Who said the icon part?
Ethan Collar.
You go, man. You follow your dreams.
All right, a little enthusiastic there, Caller, Mr. Caller. That's okay. You got that correct. So Everyone's doing all right. Good. Now we're gonna follow the instructions on these pages, and we're gonna go over to the link in order to get onto the internet to start messing around with Flash. Please be careful. Please be sure to type it exactly as it is. You don't want to go into any of the wrong ones. Make sure to type out Flash videos, Flash Maker, not Flash. Just make sure to spell it properly. You don't want to go into the wrong site. I think a year before they had like safety programs. What was the year after? So, as you pull up the aforementioned web page that has not been properly spoken but is written down on a piece of paper, you do find yourself having the chance to look at it. Do you wish to open your eyes and take a chance to peek? Do you cover your eyes? Are you trying to like sneak it? Are you like doing that whole cup the eyes and trying not to get seen? Looking with your eyes open. What do you do? How do you continue class? Jace.
Can you repeat that, please? How do I what with class?
How do you continue with class? As you were instructed to look up these sites that it was handed out on paper, but you had your eyes closed this whole time. It is not Braille. No one has spoken the actual website out. Although it is mentioned that
Jason's going to pull his goggles down over his eyes and then briefly scan the paper with his actual vision so he can get an idea of the website. Basically, he's doing what he can to mitigate what's going to be the glow before he starts going back to just eyes closed.
alrighty. How am I misspelling that? Okay.
I'm sorry, but I imagine your teacher just going, I'm now going to pick through my mustache for food crumbs.
I'm going to be honest. I don't care what he actually looks like. I just imagine every time Adam Savage has done a really terrible Jamie Heineman impression on Mythbusters.
It's Jamie Heineman with a mustache on.
Have you forgotten the man, quote unquote, called the Walrus?
Oh no, I have not.
Forgets the walrus.
I am honestly trying to recall. Fuck, my brain is betraying me right now.
Mythbusters Guide.
The Walrus.
Oh, Jamie, right? Or am I thinking? Or was
General
Jamie?
Chap.
Okay.
That guy.
And then the
The
other one is Mr. Savage.
All right, the one with the beret, right?
Yes.
The beret.
Oh Lord.
A while ago, I actually subscribed to the Adam Savage YouTube channel, Tested, to see what kind of stuff he's up to now, and it is all really interesting. But goddamn, I feel like my youth is being drained from me seeing Adam with like a bunch of white in his beard and hair. He was so youthful and full of vigor when I saw him in the show last, and it hurts to think it's been almost 8 years since that ended.
Yes.
Yeah, he's still full of youth and vigor. He's got a
Have you
YouTube
seen-
channel. Have you seen what he does in his YouTube channel? He is still full of youth and vigor.
He's definitely still full of vigor. Youth, I don't think.
Nice.
But yeah, I just imagine the teacher as having the Heinemann mustache. Although I will say, having rewatched a ton of that series recently, because I own most of it on Amazon Prime,
Lucky.
I just love looking back and being like, oh yeah, here's a random offhanded joke from Adam that's like, sorry. Here's a random offhanded joke from Adam that's like, well, anyways, Jamie, this myth comes to us from back during the time where you were serving as a pre-Confederate cannoneer. Or one of my personal favorites, when they were testing a supposed Turkish torpedo, and he was like, well, Jamie, we finally got a myth that predates you even.
Oh my god.
What was one of the silliest ones? I believe it was well, anyways, I know you got all your marksman skills from back in the 20s when you were sniping ducks.
Oh Lord, I'm trying to catch up with everybody. Forgive me.
Yeah, a lot's been going on in the cul-de-sac.
Yup.
Like, almost all of it's more interesting than the computer class with Mr. Heinemann.
Anyway, so as you slip on the goggles to try to avoid, try to mitigate your eyes being shine, only one person seems to take notice of you using your goggles, as the teacher is distracted from what you can see out of the side of your eyes, and the other two are behind you. However, Ebony looks over. Hey, those are some neat goggles. Are they like specialized? As she makes an indication showing that she too wears glasses.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. They help me see a bit better, and also they keep my eyes from getting hurt in the light. Plus, I've also got them modified so that if I need to, I can basically he reaches up to his goggles and very gently moves what looks like a I'm gonna call it one of those you know how on some devices they'll have like a small like sort of plastic or metal wheel that you can roll to adjust things on it like a dial?
Yep.
I imagine he's got one of those on the side of his goggle, and as he does that, some lenses come in from the sides of the goggles and cover the fronts to make them darker. And he says, I sometimes can use these to do things like welding too.
Oh, whoa. That's actually pretty serious. How long have you had those before?
Oh geez. I think it's been like 4 years since I made the first version, and then I added some of the other stuff later on.
As you're speaking to her and, making this conversation, you are able to memorize the website you're supposed to go to, which has a couple more like numbers and symbols that definitely should not be at the end of any web link, but here we are.
It's the early 2000s. It's a lawless country with forsaken gods everywhere.
Too true. In fact, we have to write down every symbol so we can make sure we get to that link properly by hand. So, do you wish to take the goggles off and close your eyes again? Or do you want to continue wearing them for a little bit longer?
I will shut my eyes again, but I'll leave the goggles on for now as I start typing in all the information.
You are actually typing, not just mock typing and doing everything by mind, are you?
No, I'm doing it manually. I'm using my technopathy just so I know where everything is without having to open my eyes.
Fair enough. As you are paying attention to where everybody is at, everyone going to the same website, and you're starting to follow the instructions of how to how to make a shape, how to make a symbol, how to choose a color and paint. You also notice some weird backlighting feedback going on behind the scenes as you notice how a couple of pixels will react slowly comparative to someone else's. This seems to be bouncing back all over, almost until near the midway of class. Like near the end of class, everything comes to a weird halt. All the screens seem to be in that weird loading mark as everyone's attempt to make a flash art is now stalled. You can tell the internet seems to be either being messed with, drained, or completely shut off at the moment.
Can I use my powers to try and sort out whatever's going on?
Yes, as you do, let me send this one message and then double check with one person.
Hi, human.
He's typing.
That, and then I need to send this message. Going back over. Did you send make that roll to sense or?
You didn't tell me what the role was, I don't think.
Oh, sorry. First, my distractions of multiple talking. So you were trying to sense this power drainage and what's causing it. I will need a technology check from you. This one will be another difficult one, but you do have a damn good base in it. So hit me with that hard shot.
You said it's technology that I'm rolling?
Yes. And yes, Spencer, the will to do is strong.
35.
How do you keep hitting the crest hold? Damn. Damn it. Another. You can tell that some unique, wacky machine, not normally attributed to the school's mainframe and electrical grid, has been hardwired throughout the day. You don't know the exact amount of hardwiring, and you can't tell what kind of machine it is because it's not been kicked on completely. It's slowly being turned on, and the actual feedback of it is causing the internet
DM,
wires.
I have a very simple request that is probably going to lead to some hilarity. I would like to use my animate machine's power to make the machine unplug itself.
One more time.
I would like to use my animate machine's power to make the machine unplug itself.
You're going to give it the ability to have some semblance of existence, and you wish to make it end its existence immediately.
Yes.
Congratulations, you're alive.
Also, in fairness, animate machine doesn't give sentience. I program sentience. Animate Machines lets them move on their own outside of the scope of their design. That's how I got the turrets to attach themselves to Rockin' Prime in the military base. Rockin' Prime is a separate thing. I've programmed him to be sentient.
All right, go ahead and give me a roll attempt. Once more, doing so will be a bit difficult given the unique circumstances.
I guess I'll do it in technology again since there's not a specified role for Animate Machines.
Double
24.
Let me double check your powers for animate machines and double check what you're trying to animate.
I mean, I know it's Animate Machines 5. Animate Machines Summon 5. And it's machines self-powered.
Interesting. So you go to attempt to animate this thing, and there is a sense that something is kicking on. And then a jolt of lightning bursts into that thought mainframe, and there's this weird disconnect. And that wasn't like your average, like, 15-watt lightning that's adding in. No, that felt like something out of the sky lightning. You're able to tell your electrical currents with how much you shock other people with it.
Casual 3 million volts just courses through the entire machine.
Double checking. As I will flavor this as a DM using a Benny.
In that case, I know what Jace is going to do next.
Oh, sorry, 300 million volts.
I know what Jace is going to do next then, and it's very, very chaotic.
All right. Once, what are you going to do before I give everyone else one last chance to do something before we cut it out for the night?
Jace is going to, if this machine's not going to work and he won't be able to unplug it directly, he's just going to hard reset the whole building.
Okay. Sure.
He's gonna forewarn the class subtly, like, "Hey guys, remember to make sure to save your progress." Just so he's not a total dick about it.
Wait, seriously? Save? Oh, okay, I see you here. I see you. Yeah,
Once the other 3 people have saved, then I'm going to hard reset using Technopathy and get everything to shut off.
That's also a good thing to bring up. Always remember to save, whether it's an art piece, a piece of paper that you're working on, documents. Saving is important. You never know when there could be an accident. At this point, Jace puts his hand to his head slightly, feigns a headache, and go ahead and give me that roll for technology on shutting the entire building's power source.
Where are you redirecting the power to?
Oh, I'm not redirecting anything. I'm just shutting it off.
I'm sorry, I just imagined just the red room in the photography
I would like to use
department.
one of my bunnies for this, because I want this to work.
Last Benny.
That is a
That
40.
makes it 30?
That beats it. So you're able to cause a strong enough surge to cause the main breaker for the school's power grid to flip, cutting off the entirety from the power grid.
You never know when an accident could happen. Dramatic blackout noises across the whole school.
Sound of a transformer exploding in the distance.
Oh Lord. So In the room that you're in, everything goes dark, save for like the slow illuminescence from your eyes as it somewhat bleeds as you by chance open your eyes for a quick second and then close it, bleeds through your goggles for a quick second. Whoa, let's go in the dark. Whoa, crap. Wait, why are the lights out? Where's the emergency power? Dahlia, in your room over as you're checking out the dark room, I did let you make notion that that you did notice a cat and dog coming around from the outside of the dark room. They are not inside the dark room. They are still on the outside. And as you're picking this up and get ready to bring this up to everybody else, the lights in the dark room, the deep red lights and the lights coming from the outside as the door was still open since nothing was being developed, all just shut off. At that moment, you hear the doors forcibly close. There are at least 10 other people, including the teacher, in this classroom with you. What do you do, Dahlia, for the time being, before...
Oh, did anyone else see the cat and dog in here?
A cat and dog down here in the picture? Girl, you crazy. Hey, why is the door closed? Hey, whoa! I can't open it from here. What do you mean you can't open it? Billy, it's simple. Just pull the lever down and then push.
Oh, the lever crunk.
Wrong lever!
Says, well, crap. And then, since it's pitch black, right?
Yes, it's completely pitch black. Although you can feel a couple of bodies bump into you given how small the dark room is.
Okay, Dahlia is going to teleport to an unoccupied space near the door, and she's going to burrow.
With the other 11 people there, you're going to burrow through the door in pitch black.
Yeah. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she can see in the dark.
Man, I really love the chaos energy tonight at the last half. And unfortunately, half that chaos energy is not going to be visible on Twitch.
Yep. Dark vision.
Yup.
She's just going, while everyone else is blind, she is going to burrow through the door.
All right, give me a stealth check.
It's
try
really
to-
pitch black, so do I get a benefit?
Well, it is pitch black. It is also still in a condensed room. You're trying to be as careful as you can and not catch anyone's attention. No benefit. Roll with your current standards.
All right.
Like I'm trying to have a semi-serious moment here, and out of nowhere, I'm looking through, catching up the cul-de-sac lounge, and there's Chili just giving the glare. Oh Lord, transient.
Yup. Yup.
Do I have 20?
Welcome to the mentality of a cat. They do not lie. They may cheat, but they do not lie.
What the Dahlia?
I'm going to use a Benny. Here we go. That's more like it. Wait,
All right.
I really appreciate that both as DM and players, we're using all our bennies before any combat has happened.
I just gained 4 bennies because of DM.
Okay, well, I guess you'll be the tactical nuke for this chapter. Then again, you were the tactical nuke for several chapters, including the one where you nuked us.
I was gonna say he's a tactical nuke for a few chapters. He's usually the freaking nuke.
All right. So, as you start to burrow through the door, the teacher is distracted trying to get everyone to remain calm. The couple of kids near you, however, do notice that you're doing something against the door.
It's me.
I'm
They just
about-
know someone is doing something against the door.
It do be pitch black.
Yeah, you can't pull that. I'll let you say that. Yes, it's too crowded. They know someone's there. They physically cannot know it's me.
Unless someone walks up and places their hand on Dahlia's rotting face.
And they'd have to really feel around because I usually don't let anything cut my face.
Yes, but the sounds you're making are familiar sounds for those who have had to deal with you.
Wait, what? I've never thought
What?
of anyone else except for the group.
Is this class familiar with Dahlia digging her hands into things that should not be diggable? Is that a thing she did before?
Oh, that's a recent update. That's within the last 2 updates, I think.
Uh,
I was referring to the fact that you were speaking a lot. So as you're asking questions and,
No, I told
before
you
you teleported.
Yeah,
Mayor, just
no
a
longer-
quick note to you. That perception roll for them probably should have been at a -5.
unless they have dark vision.
Fair enough.
Anyway, Dahlia burrows through the door.
You burst through the door unimpeded. Everyone else is still questioning what's going on. Someone mentions that there's a unique draft now. They think the door is open, but the air jostling the door and the door is still bouncing. As you're in the room, you do notice that the room has gone dark and that several dogs and cats are pulling as many cameras and as many technological pieces that they can find inside the room out the door as quickly as possible. There's quite a few of them at this point.
Bar door? The block door?
Not the block door, but the other exit door that leads to the hallway.
They're pulling it out of the yearbook room. They're pulling all of the technology from the yearbook room.
Which door was I supposed to be digging at?
You were digging through
were-
the dark room door.
Oh no, I won't dig through that. Dahlia's that's sacred.
I mean, it's the
Classroom
only
door.
door that will let you into the room.
I mean, there's also the wall that's around the dark room door that they can, hopefully can be fixed later.
Yeah, Dahlia will leave that be, and she's going to chase after the equipment because not the camera.
So as you give chase, following the animals, they lead you down the hallway. You're trying to catch up. You're keeping good pace with them. Some of the animals do try to give you a slip, but thanks to your shadow movement, you're able to jump to the nearest shadow. And the entire school is pitch black right now. It is dark. There's the only lights that are there coming from the slowly drooping sun as it's hitting closer to a little past afternoon. Almost 2 o'clock at this point. Pushing 3.
Well, it's dark, so I'm teleporting right in front of them every time and sort of trying to herd them back into the room by appearing whichever way they turn.
You ever tried to herd cats?
Trying to hurt dogs.
Well, it helps a little bit that that I can teleport.
As you're trying to corral them using your teleport, I will need an acrobatics check. You are bouncing all around trying to keep pace with them and not hit
Not
anything
over them.
as you're, jumping through different shadow portals. Siri, not now!
I really need to go soon. Hurry.
Siri goes,
Sorry about that.
it's okay. Just throw it out. Damn it, Siri, not now. That one we're so close. So we're already pushing 3 minutes past. I need to let Dahlia finish and then let the others do.
Herd master.
That's a 21, sir.
All right, I'll be going against one group and then another group. Cats and the dog separately. Two. Definitely caught the dogs off guard. The cat's too startled by you. You are the herdmaster. Shoot. You managed to cut them off from their full intended area, just what seems to be a few rooms away. As the animals stop and just start looking at you as you start coming over them with this weird comical beady face. You know, that scene where in Tom and Jerry, when Tom pisses off Spike and Spike just starts getting closer while his top body gets bigger.
Yes.
That's what it feels like you're doing now that you're getting closer enough, not having to chase him down using your shadow dome constantly. As you're encroaching upon these little critters to find out why they're stealing tech, we'll do a quick jump over towards Wilda and Transient, who have been cuddling the entire time.
Ah, other things have happened.
I need to go, man.
It is. We'll be calling it after they do their short RP. If you want to bounce out, you get some good rest. No stress.
Thanks, man. Sorry.
No worries. Just don't forget to say goodnight to everybody.
Good night.
I got a bad leg, and it is
Oh,
acting up. Okay, bye.
Night.
Night. So as you two are finding yourselves in your unique situation, you do hear pitter-patters of animal movements going between the other hallways that surround both of you.
We're outside. Remember?
Yes, but you're in your closed area. You're able to at least hear pitter-patters of animals rushing through. You're able to hear running echoing coming from the windows of the hallways that you're outside of. You're in that back alley between hallways.
Even though we've been walking the entire this period.
Forgive me, I must have missed that note where you said you guys started walking.
Yeah. I picked him up so we could walk.
maybe if you're looking for something, DM, they could do a perception check for dramatic blackout noises.
Please do so. Thank you, Jace.
Let me go see if I can find some cinematic blackout noises on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm looking for anything that'll get me out of this situation, apparently.
Hey, GM, how much of a penalty is nuzzling right now?
I'm gonna say a -2 for now. You're able to see through the clear water form that she has, but she is nuzzable.
Nope, I am paying no more attention to anything else other than the adorable, cute human currently wrapped in my arm and my body.
Are you a human form again, or are you regular human? Or are you regular water?
I'm water form right now.
She's in water form. He's been calling her adorable, cute human this entire time.
Yeah.
I'm aware of that. I'm just double checking. So,
trust me, the conversation got to the point where it's like, you find me adorable and cute like this? It's like, yep.
Oh, the psychological traumas there.
Yep.
So, as Transient is distracted by the rainbow shimmers of your water form, as you're enjoying the sunlight, partial blindness here and there, you happen to notice that everything inside the window immediately next to you that was somewhat lit up goes dark, save for the sunlight that's pouring through. Abnormally dark. You do hear people going through commotions like, oh, hey, whoa, 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 why is the school shut off? What's going on? Are we under attack, or is there a drill going on? This is the first day of school, so you're hearing a commotion. As you move on to the to the next window, you're hearing it pop up. Everyone else is going through similar issues. Power has gone out. There is no power. Lights are out. What's going on? Why are there cats and dogs running around? Hold on. What's going on? Help! I'm trapped. The doors are locked. Somebody.
Uh, Edward, do you know what their plan is?
That's up to Mare whether or not I got that portion of it. Because I'm running off of instinct at the moment.
I will need an intelligence check from you to shift through those thoughts.
Okay. Question. Would this activate Edict memory at that point?
If you succeed, yes.
Well, no, that's how it influences, because Edict memory means I've got access to any and all information I have. So if I have that information, it would automatically trigger, giving me a +5 to find that information specifically.
I'll allow it.
Okay. 28.
The million thoughts of your wonderful master giving you wonderful scritches and delicious treats as he makes mentions of compiling certain tech and wires to a specific machine that he has pre-built himself. The hard part would be hardwiring it into the electrical systems of the school. Doing so would involve a lot more wiring and a lot of rewiring. You do recall that at least you had the job of either splicing wires together into the wall or keeping humans distracted so no one would notice the splicing happening around the school. And you're doing a great job of it. You do recall that it involves a big machine after someone was found that made the master really excited for a special project.
Distraction and or Cat Ruler of World was supposed to distract other humans and then splice wires into school for running of machine on power grid. Was doing good.
Go ahead, sorry.
I think we need to go back to the school.
But adorable, cute human. Might dangerous be.
As her face, like, at this point, she's like warm water. With how many compliments she's gotten from him.
We talking warm enough to start bubbling and boiling, or we
No,
just
no.
enough to like simmer?
like just below simmer.
So there's like little water vapors coming off of you.
Yeah. It might be dangerous, but now it gets up to simmer. Maybe you could protect me?
None shall harm adorable cute human while cat ruler of world survives.
I just want to imagine that while you're holding him, he's like rolled over to his belly, and it's just like you're holding him by his arm and legs.
Yeah. Also, yes, absolutely, Jace. That's how it's been this entire time.
I swear, that picture got bigger somehow. Just when there was another picture underneath.
Okay, we'll head back. As I still carrying him. We'll head back to the school.
All right, as you head back after hearing the cries and shouts from not too far away, coming back to school, you only manage to get maybe 3, 4 buildings down, just getting past the little haven. When a familiar face pokes out and goes, I'm surprised you two are out of school right now. And in such state of affairs. How's it been? Since you left me hanging. And this is where we'll end the session for now. We'll pick back up 2 weeks from now.
Okay, guys. I hope y'all have a good day.
The amount of compliments that have been paid during the session.
Yup.
The amount of chaos.
You guys like playing pirate.
We definitely were not playing your version of pirate.
I also find it hilarious how we just call it pirate these days.
Thank you for game.
Yo.
Thank you guys for showing up. We will come back in another 2 weeks to continue on. What is going on with the school? Why is there a big machine? What happened to Tyrone? And what exactly are our group getting themselves into right before the end of the school day?
No, the real question is what happened to Spencer, who was chasing Tyrone, who was grabbed by a dog?
Yes.
All that and more when we come back 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
Katie diplomacy.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Laters.